What's going on, guys? So something new that I'm going to start doing is I'm going to experiment with is basically recording video of me recording the podcast. So if you never checked out my podcast, check out the Hamilton Train podcast. It's awesome. It's one of the few spots I can actually get in and really go in depth on some stuff. So what I want to start doing and see about playing with is basically kind of like behind the scenes kind of thing. Start recording me recording the podcast. So that way, I don't know, because some of you guys might like it better. I don't fucking know. So either way, we're going to get into it because today's episode, we're talking about plateaus and why they, not just like how to get through them, but like why they're so important and all of the good behind plateaus. So we'll get right into it. Get my mic set up. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Hamilton Train podcast. I am your host every single day, Jared Hamilton. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for that. Today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit more about plateaus. So here, somewhat recently, I did an episode on plateaus, but like how to bust through them, like how to get through plateaus. But today, I wanted to make a little bit more, go more in depth on basically why plateaus are so important and the good that comes out of them, why plateaus are a good thing. So I know some of you guys are like, no, plateaus are fucking horrible and da-da-da-da-da. So I want to explain to you why plateaus can be a good thing. Like why you need them and why instead of thinking the world is ending and the sky is falling to why they're a good thing. So and one thing I'm playing with today is I'm actually recording this, the video of it. Something I'm going to be playing with is just recording a video, like a YouTube video of me recording my podcast. So, so if you're into that kind of thing and would rather see like me talking about this and kind of what's going on, kind of like behind the scenes kind of vibe, I'm going to start playing with that. So you may go over and check it out on my YouTube. My YouTube simple is, youtube.com/Jared Hamilton. So, but no, let's get into some of the plateau stuff. So for those that don't know, which I can't imagine there being very many of, and if you're one of these, it's totally fine. What is a plateau? It's basically where you quit progressing, whether that be fat loss or strength or whatever the case is, but it's basically where you quit progressing, where like you were losing weight, then you stalled. Or you've been progressing, strength training, getting stronger, and stalled. Okay, so that's basically what a plateau is. And most people do something really fucking stupid when they plateau and they quit. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. If busting your ass is taking slow, getting you to get to where you're going, what makes you think stopping is going to help you very much? That's why, like, the worst thing you could ever do is stop and quit, because you know it's the one guaranteed thing that will just guarantee you're not going to get to your fucking result. Okay, so yeah, do not quit whatever you do, but understand the good behind a plateau. Because here's the thing, you're going to experience them. I've yet to understand why people will freak out when they get a plateau. They're like, oh my gosh, Jared, I'm doing everything you said, and I plateau, But like, you know that's going to happen, right? If you really want to break it down, your body losing body fat is a form of a plateau of eating in a calorie deficit. You growing muscles and getting stronger is a result of you overloading the muscle tissues and things like that, and it's plateauing to the new stimuluses or eating less or whatever the case is. So you know it's going to happen. So you shouldn't act surprised. People act, it's like, your gas tank in your car is going to go to E eventually. So when it hits E, people don't flip out and go like, what the fuck, man, I can't believe my car ran out of gas and da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like, no, bro, like you should have known that like quarter tank, half tank ago and then been prepared for it. It's that kind of thing. So you're going to go through them. It's going to happen. Now, the reality is most people, now I'm actually going to talk about the good about a real plateau, because most people don't experience a plateau. Most people just got fucking lazy. Most people went from counting and tracking calories to not. Most people went from training 5 days a week to 3 days a week. Most people went from, having a really active job where they were on their feet all day to a desk job. So like most people in reality aren't in a plateau. They just got lazy and that's why they quit progressing. But but we're talking about the actual nature of a true plateau, where you are doing everything, nothing's changed, and you are quit progressing. So if you guys can hear my dog snoring in the background, by the way, I apologize. But guess what? It's National Dog Day, motherfucker, so it's okay. But here's the thing. Half the trouble for real plateaus is just waiting it out. Or almost calling it maintenance mode. Here's why. Your body has been acclimated to the old you for a very long fucking time. Because your body is a adaptation machine, right? So let's just, to make some numbers simple, let's say you've been an overweight 200 pounds for a while. Let's just say you have been an overweight 200 pounds for a while. And now you're like, you know what? I'm going to do this stuff Jared says and eat in a calorie deficit and start strength training, and I'm going to lose a bunch of weight. And now you're down to 150. Good job. But then all of a sudden, and then now I'm not even saying you would have gone 50 pounds before experiencing one. You may have experienced one 15 pounds in. Okay, let's say you were 200 pounds for a while, and then all of a sudden you started eating in a deficit and you started losing weight, and now you're like, I don't know, 185. And all of a sudden, bam, you quit losing weight. Like, you cannot drop below 185 to save your life. Here's what you have to understand. Your body really wants to be back at 200 pounds because that's where you've been at. That's your body's set point. So let's say you've been consistent and hit 185 and you've stayed there for like 3 fucking months, 4 months, and you just haven't budged a bit. That's a good thing. Because now you have been able to hold on to your success. Let me say that again. Your plateau that you act like is the end of the fucking world is you being able to hold on and maintain your success. How many times you see somebody like open up a business and do really well their first year or two and then go bankrupt and then just lose it all? And then they go, like, someone else opens up a business, starts a business, and they do really well and then they just fall off. Or we all know those people who started a business, did okay, and have stayed rocking their level of success for 20 years. That's what we're aiming for, okay? Most people can't maintain their success. Because trust me, if I could cut my grass once and it never have to get cut again, that'd be awesome. If I could get a haircut once and never have to get it cut again, that'd be awesome. But you being in a plateau for months on end and waiting it out and being consistent regardless of what results are saying is you telling your body, hey, this is where we're staying. We are not going back. Because here's the thing, a lot of times your body's searching for this magical thing called homeostasis. It's set point. And in the example I gave, that's back at 200 pounds. Let's say you've been 200 pounds for a hot minute and now you're at 185 and you quit losing weight and your body's like, fuck, I want to be back at 200 pounds. So it doesn't want to drop below. Keep going. But the longer you maintain your success, it's going to get to the point, then you'll start losing again. Because your body goes, oh, okay, I guess this is our new set point. Because it will eventually adapt. Understand that progress is not a linear line, guys. Theoretically, 500 calorie deficit times 7 days a week equals 3,500 calories, which equals 1 pound of fat. So on average, you should lose exactly 1 pound of fat every single week forever. On paper, that sounds really good. But in real life, in our crazy physiological bodies, that doesn't always go linearly. Linearly, is that a word? Same thing. It's like on paper, if I can bake a cake at 400 degrees for 40 minutes, I could crank that bitch up to 800 degrees for 20 minutes. On paper, but that's not how real life works. You see what I mean? So that's why I understand that progress will not be linear. It's not going to be a perfect straight line. It's going to be up, down, sideways, a roller coaster. So you better buckle up. Now, what you have to understand is when it comes to your plateaus and all this shit, that it's a good thing. Because the longer you can stick in a plateau and keep your habits on point and maintain your level of success, the better it is overall long term. Because what's going to happen is that you telling your body this is the new set point. It's like your watermark, so to speak. Like imagine, like I like to compare it to a thermostat. If your thermostat is set on, let's say 70 degrees, and all of a sudden the room drops to 60 degrees, the temperature, the thermostat's going to kick on and say, whoa, this is not where we're set at. Let's get back up. That's what you did. Okay? Let's say your thermostat physiologically, so to speak, is 200 pounds. And you're like, you know what? I want to lose some weight. Then you drop down to 185. Your thermostat's freaking the fuck out because it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. We are not set here. We are not set here. Hold, stop. And that's where you're at right now. More than likely. If you've plateaued and you kept your habits the same, but you quit losing, or you quit getting stronger, this is your body, more than likely, saying, whoa, 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 this is not where we're set at. And you're forcing your body to make its new thermostat setting. So instead of getting pissed off and frustrated and wanting to quit or stop your program or eat like an asshole or whatever, I want you to be thankful that you're like, whoa, 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 this is my time to prove that this is the new set point. This is the sign that I'm doing everything right. Because if you're doing everything right, guys, you will plateau. I was just talking to one of my online coaching client girls about this. Why that she's going to experience a plateau because she's been seeing some crazy progress, and it's a good thing. That's why instead of calling it a plateau, like a bad thing, it's maintenance mode. This is your body realizing like, oh, okay, this is where we're supposed to be. Okay, and just because you're not increasing weight every single week or losing weight on the scale every single week, that doesn't mean the needle is not moving forward in what you're doing. Okay, my buddy Jordan Syatt, a lot of you guys follow him, he gives the best analogy with this. If you're on a train and your goal is to get to somewhere like, let's say, 100 miles away, the train is not going to go at whatever, like 30 miles an hour the whole way to the 100 miles. It's going to stop. People are going to get on and get off. Then it's going to go back and start again. And it's going to slow down and stop. People may get on, off. You may have somebody staring at you weird, and you might smell some weird smells or whatever. But then you're going to get back on and keep going. You didn't, just because it stopped, it doesn't mean you had to start all back over. You see what I mean? It's just part of the game. Progress is never going to be linear, ever. And if it is, I would love to see it, because then that's just the one rare freak whatever there is. So I don't want you to get upset about plateaus, because don't get me wrong, there's a time and a place, like during a plateau, we might, change the program, we might add calories back in, there's all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, just keep moving forward. One of my girls that's in the tribe, I just did, if you guys missed it an episode or two ago with my girl Julia, how she busted through her plateau. She just kept doing shit she knew she was supposed to do until the plateau ended. She literally kept eating how she was supposed to eat. She kept acting the way she was supposed to act. She kept doing all the deeds regardless of the scale, and for 2 months it didn't move. Then all of a sudden it started moving again. Because what happens, your body goes, oh, okay, I guess we're going to adapt to this. At its new set point, then it starts moving a little bit more again. Okay? Because if you think about it, it wouldn't even make sense if it kept moving at a perfectly linear weight. Let's say in your first year of losing weight, you lost 50 pounds, but you weigh 200 pounds. And you expect to lose at a rate of 50 pounds a year forever. That means in 1 year, you'll get down to 150. Year 2, you'll get down to 100. Year 3, you're going to get down to 50 pounds. In year 4, you're going to be fucking dead. That doesn't make any sense. Do you see what I mean? That's why you have to have the proper perspective with this. Progress is not always going to be linear, and there will be times of plateau where you have to just be consistent regardless of what results are saying. And I know it's frustrating, guys. I'm there. I'm with you on that. Because don't get me wrong. Think about the society we live in. Fucking broadcasting on multiple different platforms right now as I'm recording this. Instantly. You go through a drive-thru and the most you'll wait is 5 or 6 minutes. You can hop on Netflix. You literally can have Amazon Prime shit in a day. They're going to hear soon be dropping drones off and be like, Amazon Prime's going to be in 4 hours. Do you see what I mean? But then fitness and fat loss rolls around, and boy, this shit takes a long time. Well, yeah, that's how the game goes. That's why I want you to know that plateaus are not a bad thing. I want you to embrace them and learn to love them. Because here's the thing. It means you're doing the stuff right, and they're not going anywhere. You might as well change your attitude about them. Don't let them make you shitty and then where you quit. Be like, nope, I know this is me proving that this is what I want. Because I also believe we're all universally tested to see if this is what we really want. Okay? That's why you have to make the decision that you're going to keep from the beginning. You're going to keep moving forward, doing what you have to do, regardless of emotion and regardless of what results are saying. okay? Because you know what your actions should be. If you've been like eating a certain amount of calories and a certain amount of protein and strength training and doing all that right stuff, and then progress slows down, just keep doing it. This is where discipline comes in and vision comes in. Just keep doing what you know you have to do and understand your body does not want to change. Growing muscle and burning fat are not very efficient for your body. So it's not going to want to do those things very easily. Okay? So that's why you have to be persistent. So next time you get upset and frustrated and pissed off that you're in a plateau because you're doing everything right, I'm telling you, this is like the thermostat. You were set, the house was set at 70, and you lost weight, and it kicked it down to 60, and the thermostat's going, whoa, 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 this is not okay. And honestly, this is when a lot of people fall off the wagon because they get frustrated and they just quit, or it's part of a subconscious self-sabotaging mechanism where it's like, oh, I do deserve to take a break. Oh, I do have this thing at work come up. Oh, I'm going to go on vacation and never start back my program after I get back. All this stuff will seem random, but this is a part of how our bodies, in my opinion, will subconsciously self-sabotage because it's a thermostat setting. You see yourself also mentally set it. You know, let's say mentally you see yourself set at the 200-pound you or the overweight you or whatever. Not that if you weigh 200 pounds you're overweight, I'm just using that example. And a lot of times, if mentally you are set and you see yourself as the overweight version of you or the version you don't want to be, and that's what your thermostat is set at, you'll find some way to get your life back to there if you don't change the thermostat setting mentally. But also, part of this game with plateaus is waiting it out. And that's what's helping change your thermostat physically, where your body sees like, oh, okay, guess she's not changing back. Guess he's not going back to where he was. So, you see what I mean? So, all right, guys, that's it for today's episode. I know it was a little bit shorter. It was only like 16, 17 minutes or so. But you guys really have to know this stuff, that this is just how the game goes. And we can't change it. So you might as well embrace it and have a good attitude about it. So if you could, do me a favor. This is the one thing I ask. If you got value out of this episode, share it with a friend. Because, this goes for you guys too over on YouTube. Because because if you got value out of this, chances are you have a friend that could. And you're doing them a disservice by not sharing this with them. Because this information's here. You giving it to your best friend who's struggling with the same stuff you're struggling with. It does not cost you anything, and it doesn't take anything away from you. If anything, it's just going to give you good karma points. So, if you would, every episode that you get value out of, just share it with a friend. I'm not saying go make a Facebook post or an Instagram story post or whatever. Even if you did, that'd be dope as hell. But that's the one thing I ask from you. So, because I do this for free, and I'm just trying to help as many people as possible. So, all right, guys, thank you so much again. I love you. I'll talk to you later. I love you too. Talk to you later.